Oh, have hello. Since my Teen Titans Go for you guys is so light and so much pretty much critical, my most critical video, so I decided to go for another theory based on a video game franchise. What? Which one will it be? Will it be like a Mario one, a FNAF one, a Undertale one? No, it's actually based on one that surprisingly never even got any theories, no theories. Now here's mine. I think Cookie Mama is actually imagining what she's in. Well, I think she's actually insane. She's actually doing some mental problems. Seriously, how is this? Well, let's start out with the games. You always wonder something. You always wonder about. My theory goes that likely that Cookie Mama was actually kicked out of cook, but unfortunately, due to failed undercooking of foods and due to many others, they actually caused them to add into many health problems and die. This also because of she lost her job and dealt with depression, so she dealt with a very big depression, causing her to go insane. Unfortunately, she was supposed to throw, but unfortunately she forgot to throw away the food. Unfortunately, the school wouldn't let her. Because how come? Because the school wouldn't let her go in their dumpster, because well, it could also, because it might get too many, due to it help prevent, due to many stuff, I don't, pretty much, but her kids actually got to it and actually died from also, never got sick and got too many illnesses. Unfortunately, her husband, Papa, actually just got constipated. I think, well, judging by him, he's a lot more dumb-sided to than Cookie Mama, since, well, he probably must have a previous mental disability. Since he might also have, like, another of a disease, Remittal syndrome, that actually causes your stomach to digest differently to different kinds of foods. Unfortunately, he probably not get it, or might face some constipation. Since it doesn't cause that much. But don't try to test it. But for your children, don't try to test it. Since it's usually a rare disease. It's mostly in America, so it's probably has. Mama has supposed to live, since well she can't be Asian, because well, Asians have black hair and her hair's brown. Yeah. Now, for another thing, she's actually in her stay asylum. How could that be? Well, when you cook her food, you always see her eating. If you see her eating the food, she's actually a lot more. Also, one thing. When you, every time you fail is actually her dealing with a mental problem. She's insane, but unfortunately she's still dealing with also. You make these cuisines that may look like actual, but they're actually just unusual traditional Samsung food. Probably like, I don't know, pudding? I don't know what's in the Samsung. Next up is probably another thing. Next up is her unusual spin-offs. Well, the gardening games are actually when she goes to the courtyard, where she actually gardens the flowers. She waters plants. Well, it's actually, and those forest plants are actually causing hallucinations from the drugs she takes. How can you tell? Well, she actually must be taking some type of antidepressant. Since many people would also might face many illness might get depressed. Then the craftings where she's actually developing drawing some creepy stuff. But there maybe people do think like a craziness. Let's see how it. Oh, look. Now let's take a look at there. Let's take a closer look to this. There are many. There's been many things about this thing. I always get into it. Well, one thing. Here's something. Next up is the babysitting model, where she's actually going through her, where she actually faces, where she goes through her past, back when she babysat children when she was younger. How can you tell? Well, the game series came out in 2006, which means she probably was to be a mother for children that young. And judging by her body, she would actually have to be in her 20s. Judging by it, she would have to be born in the 1980s, since, well, judging by it, she would actually have to be born in the 1980s, since that'd be the usual time when she would actually have to be like in her 20s. Because that's usually, and also if you look at her body, she usually curves a little. How can you tell? Well, she's a lot more ripper, meaning that she's actually not, she's missing so many eating problems. Next, then we get to camping. To help her with some problems, during a field trip, Mama is actually dealing with some problems, so she can't actually move. Basically, even pretending to even do stuff. She's pretending like her, or she's even thinking. But your people are going to be thinking, how could else? One thing. She paddles likely, meaning that she's actually dealing with many dangers. How can you tell? Well, many people in there can't actually realize what they are in. So she faces many causing. She sees differently. Also, she usually wears unusual, but she's actually, wears. But you're thinking, usually some people wear white. You can tell. Well, judging by it, she's usually wearing white, and she's usually likely. She's actually judging by it that she was actually took drugs before she wore those clothes. And happy with. Now her dog Max is actually a service dog, where she's actually trying to help her to get through some stuff to cover with. Yeah. And besides, yeah. Next up to the now here's how are you thinking? Now for when she gets the food, when she eats it, you always gotta realize. Here's a weird thing. How are you thinking? This is not true. Well, this one could get a lot more proofier. In the latest game, Cookie Mama Let's Cook, for mobile devices, when you feed her something, well, even if it's like cupcakes or even a hot dog or even like a finger food, she always eats with a fork and knife. I can tell she's usually eating. Judging by it, she's actually eating at food that she's usually served in the center. Now your people are thinking, is this gonna be a wacky theory? Let's see if this theory is better than Mama. Now for how it holds up, since it's all cycle. Here's one thing. We got to judge by the date that she actually goes with. Well, she's usually pretty much her usual cooking methods are usually very dated. She serves like many stuff that are actually considered unhealthy to many. Emphasize, she's usually cooking like this. Now, then she puts on glasses. You're thinking, how could that? Well, she might face many eye problems, so she wears them to help deal with so many eye strain from the pills. She actually wears them. Also, how now you're thinking, What's the next thing of it? And you're thinking, how could it be very holding up? Well, there are some things that might tell you it. Only two, the only two that are actually helping her is actually cooking her husband and the dog Max. Well, there's one thing. He's actually taking care of her and actually dealing with some problems. There are some things. You only see her only cook in the kitchen. Not like a barbecue like usual. We usually see her barbecuing, but it's usually rare, so she's actually doing her imagination with those. But then, there is another thing that might tell you. Yeah, really. You have two You have two things that will actually distribute a bit more wholly up better. So, here's another thing. Two negative things. But to help it hold up a bit more, well, one thing. Look at what she's actually usual. Her usual this is the personality is usually she's usually happy-go-lucky. Showing she's actually taking like an antidepressant. Unfortunately, she's also taking with many mixed drugs, which also causes her to deal with it. Even illegal or not, they can still cause many problems. One thing, mixing many drugs can actually cause you to get into many hallucinations. You're thinking likely? Well, judging by it, she probably also takes antidepressants, but unfortunately, there is a drug that might be hard to actually get past bath salts. So, yeah. So, but they usually many drugs that have been legal have been prescribed to help deal with like eyesight, which is very likely. So, for the possibility meter, I'll have to give it four spoons out of 5. So that's my theory, and well, I got some more left. How about my next theory, where you get to see? How about this? How you get to see the Louds? How you get to tell you that Lincoln's in purgatory?